Well, hello there, and welcome. Welcome to that quiet little pocket of the day when all you want is to tuck yourself in, drift a little, and let a feel-good bedtime tale wrap around you like a warm blanket. Now, that's between us. I am technically more of a dog person, but for reasons only cats understand, I somehow always end up being chosen by the resident feline wherever I go on a holiday. And yes, I am a softie for sharing my guest bed with a cat. You guessed by now, tonight's story is about one such elegant creature I met in Scotland. A soft, purring companion who claimed my lap one cozy afternoon and left a little magic behind. I love creating these stories and gentle hypno sessions. Truly, it's a joy. And if you feel a little more peaceful after listening, then my job is done. If you'd like to help keep the stories flowing, and I sure hope you do, just tap the like button or subscribe if you haven't already. Now, snuggle in. The story is about to begin. And as always, bless you. So close your eyes now, dear listener, and let yourself drift into a story woven with the gentlest magic. A story of a cat named Patani and the quiet hope he brought to a grieving heart. So breathe in slowly now and out slowly. Breathe in and out slowly. And as the waves roll in, let your mind soften, your body relax, and your thoughts dissolve like sea foam on the shore. The wind sighs softly over Arbroath Beach, a lullaby of salt and mist, carrying the scent of damp sand and distant storms. The waves, slow and rhythmic, the waves folded over the shore. Again and again, as if the ocean itself were breathing. deep and unhurried. Brenda walked there often, her boots sinking into the cool, yielding sand. Her coat wrapped tight against the breeze. It had been many months since Lewis had passed, and yet the ache in her chest remained, a quiet tide of grief that ebbed and flowed, but never fully retreated. At home, her piano stood silent, its keys untouched, its music locked away. Even her students played softly now, their notes drifting like falling leaves, delicate and fleeting. But the cottage was not empty. Somewhere in the shadows, there was a flick of a tail, the soft pat-pat of paws, and two eyes, blue as twilight, watching, waiting. Bethany. Brenda has found him on the shore one evening. A tiny thing, all bones and matted fur. His ribs pressing against his skin like the bars of a fragile cage. But his eyes, oh, his eyes held something, a quiet knowing, a spark that whispered, "Take me home, take me home." And so she did. Wrapped in a scarf, he clung to her. His heart beat a fragile drum against her chest. That night, she warmed milk on the stove. The scent of cinnamon and cream curling through the cottage. And as he lapped at the bowl, his purr began. Soft at first, then deeper, a steady, soothing vibration, like the hum of a distant lighthouse. In the weeks that followed, Bethany became her shadow. When Brenda sat at the window, he curled in her lap, his warmth seeping into her bones, his purr resonating through her like a healing chant. You are not alone. You are not alone, it seemed to say. Breathe. Just breathe. And slowly, without even her noticing, the weight in her chest grew lighter. Yet, worry still lingered, creeping in like evening fog. Bills piled high. The cottage, hers and Lewis's dream, felt fragile now, like a sand castle waiting for the tide. Some nights she lay awake, listening to the wind, wondering how long she could hold on. But Patani always knew. He would press his small body against hers, his purr a lullaby, his heartbeat a steady "I am here, I am here," until her eyelids grew heavy and sleep carried her away. Then one morning, as dawn painted the sky in lavender and gold, Patani leaped onto the windowsill. His hair twitched, his tail flicked, and with one deliberate paw, he nudged a yellow envelope from beneath a stack of unopened mail. Brenda's breath caught. The handwriting, Lewis's handwriting, curved across the paper like a familiar melody. Her hands trembled as she opened it, and there, nestled inside, was a life insurance policy. Enough to save the cottage. Enough to lift the weight she had carried for so long. Tears spilled freely now, but for the first time in months, they were not just tears of grief, but of gratitude, of love reaching across time, and a quiet, purring hope. That evening, Brenda lit a candle in the window, its golden glow flickering like a distant star. She sat at the piano. Patani curled at her feet. And for the first time in a year, she played. She played a lullaby, soft and slow, each note a sigh, a release, a surrender to the peace that had finally found her. The music floated through the cottage, twining with the sigh of the waves, the whisper of the wind, and the steady, comforting purr of a cat who had brought her back to life. And now, as this story ends, let yourself drift deeper into rest, into peace. But Annie's purr still humming in your mind. The waves still rolling, slow and steady and gentle. You are safe. You are warm. And just like Brenda, you are held. You are held by the quiet magic of hope and the soft, forgiving darkness of sleep. So, good night, dear friend. Good night.